Hey, this is Allison Melody from the Food Heals podcast. And if you want to be educated and inspired about entrepreneurship and living your best life, check out Boss to Boss with my good friend, Miro Wieslow.
Do you want to start a business, get out of the office, achieve happiness and success while crushing life? This is Boss to Boss, the place to be for that extra motivation to get up and follow your dreams while learning from the ones who have already done it. And now for your host, Miro Wieslow.
What is up? How you doing? How you feeling? Welcome to Boss, your one-stop shop for all the tips and recipes you'll ever need to take control of your life and finally become boss. Oh man, good to be behind a mic again today. Got some good stuff for you guys on the Rants and Recaps episode. So I kind of want to get into the structure of what I'm going to be doing with these episodes going forward and how they're kind of going to be outlined. But at the same time, who knows? I'm going to throw curveballs left and right, like always, some screwballs, some sliders, you name it. We taking batting practice up in here. So I guess a lot of things that have been going on with my business life since I started running Hodgepodge, since going, I guess, backtracking into things, when I left my CPA firm and kind of just went into the unknown. I started up something totally pretty much in the dark, not having too much experience, having people in my family and my business partner that did similar things, though I never really did any of this myself. I had experience in running things and sales and just hustling my whole life, and here I am. Here I am about, what is it, like 10, 11 months later or so, 10 months later, and I'm still going strong, coming up on that year, which is going to be huge. I never thought I'd be. Actually, it's going to be a year in like June, July-ish. So we're almost right here. I mean, honestly, without all your support and everybody just hearing the things I constantly hear, people asking me questions, asking me, like, how'd you do this? What are you doing? Can you give me some tips? Can you show me this? Can you show me that? And just be like, man, you're really doing it. You're doing something different, something I envy. And hearing things like that is exactly what keeps me going day in and day out. So with Hodgepodge, it's the company that I run. It's a charitable on-demand storage, junk removal, and now moving company as well. That's something big. You were used to me just saying it's an on-demand storage and junk removal business. Though, things change and you have to be able to adjust at all times and be able to capitalize on opportunities that are in front of us. And I saw an opportunity, a big opportunity in the moving market, especially because there's so much correlation going on with the removal and the storage. We wanted to do something and do something big and do it right. And not just, I know a lot of people say you should do a niche, do a specialty and become really good at it and just go full out on that one thing. Well, our niche and specialty is to be able to do everything all at once for you and not have to call, the three different companies to do three different services. We'll do it all for you at once because our employees are that amazing. Our whole team is amazing and they're able to handle it through proper training and just on the job training. Obviously, there are constantly going to be mistakes, and it's what you do from those mistakes and how you learn from them. How you that's how you come out. And we've been doing not too bad. A lot of ups and downs, but business has picked up. I would say in pretty much January we closed more business than we did all of last year since we started. Around like July, and since then we haven't really stopped. There was February when maybe it was a little slower still because it was cold, and then March started picking up, and in April, May, it's just been on fire. And that's true. We did expect the market to pick up, especially for moving jobs, spring cleaning, all that. And it's good because it's happening like it should be happening. If anything, it's happening more because we are buying our second truck. Well, we already bought our second truck. We're looking into getting a third one. Looking to expand into another location, more on the north side, because right now we have a big South Side presence, though we service all of Chicagoland, and most of our jobs are on the North Side, anyways. So a lot of interesting things, and with that come a lot of mistakes and a lot of opportunities to learn, which kind of brings me on to the next segment of the show: the mistakes and learning opportunities that I've come across. And there's been so many. Honestly, every single day I do something wrong, whether it's just the way I answer a phone call, or whether I sleep a few minutes longer, or I just, something I don't do right. I don't eat something right. Whatever it is, it's going to throw me off, and I constantly just have to keep learning. So some of the big things that have happened in my day-to-day journey, which, yes, love the journey, is still inside of us. I still feel it in my blood, but now we're on to boss because we're taking it to another level, and all of you are going to take it to another level with me. So, that being said, I almost made a huge mistake by giving up some equity in the company. And you may be sitting here listening, whoa, 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 whoa. I never thought you would do such a thing, Miro. And yeah, I never thought so either. I still might one day, though it has to be a very overwhelming offer and I have to feel that it's fully right. Though I was about to do it, and I got pretty much talked into certain things, believing certain things about my company that weren't true. And I really had to, slow down and think about it. And I'm so glad I didn't make that mistake and that decision, to actually give up some equity in the company, because something like that is so important, especially when you are in these initial stages and you want to keep growing and you want to make sure that your vision aligns with the mission and everything aligns. We started up Hodgepodge to create space for life while making sure that you leave no trail behind. And that's something we truly believe in and we stand by, and we stick with our weekly donations. We constantly repurpose, donate, recycle everything we could. And in order to do that, sometimes you have to stick in that ownership role, that power. There might be a certain time when we have to give some of it up. Maybe we want to get certain capital, we want to expand uh, way beyond Chicago, which that is the plan. And when the time comes, I know it'll be right. And who knows? Maybe that'll be sooner than later. I sure hope so. If that's the case, if we're getting some big investors on board, something good's happening. So that's one thing. I would definitely think things through. Don't hop in and right away try to make some partnerships happen. My partnership that I made initially in the firm with my business partner, that was great. I mean, that was perfect. That it was there's a synergy there. We're both two different types of people. I've spoken about this before. I'm more the go-getter business guy, talking to people, closing deals. He's more the silent partner, the money guy, the mentor. And we are like, I guess, bread and butter, and it just goes very well. We feed off each other, and everything's been growing, and it's been going very well. And you really have to find that right fit, before you go make such an important decision as to give up equity. And then, there are times when you have to reevaluate: is this partnership healthy for me? Is it not? Could I have structured it differently? I don't have this problem right now. I'm just saying that if I were to ever bring someone on board, there are different ways you can structure these things. You could give them revenue sharing. You could have certain investing options. There's just so many different ways where you don't actually give up equity, especially when you do have that vision and that statement, that mission statement that you really want to fulfill. That the whole purpose of you starting this thing up is because it is your baby, and you want to fulfill the living shit out of it because you truly believe in it. And that's where I stand right now with Hodgepodge. Moving on, they say burnout. It's a word. It's a word we hear. We don't really always know what it is. We experience it at different times in our lives, whether it's because of a relationship, whether it's because of school, because of work, anything. Burnout is real. Burnout is fucking real. Let me tell you, especially when you. I hate using this word, though. When you go with the entrepreneurial route, burnout is fucking real. Okay, and be prepared and take precautionary measures right now. Prepare, get your sleep, drink your water, exercise, eat right, be prepared for the crazy because it will come and it's going to hit you when it's least expected. Have some days set aside, have some time that you're going to have some breaks. If you keep trying to go 100%, at all times at 1,000 miles per hour, you will burn out. You will crash and burn for a little bit, and that could set you back. It's better to have measures and little obstacles, and not obstacles, it's just more like points set in stone. Like, I'm gonna work for 45 minutes, take a 15-minute break. I'm gonna go take this day off and do some things that I've been meaning to do and catch up on. You can only do so much physically, and unless you're just truly gifted and that's just you're built to work like a workhorse at all times. Quite frankly, I know it's not possible. Everybody I know has gotten burned out at some point, one way or another. They go too hard at it. I've had it happen a couple times now. I just keep going. I go on 3 or 4 hours of sleep for weeks in a row, and it all catches up to me. And that's kind of why I did go away for a few days here, a few days there. It was mostly for not so much leisure and pleasure. It was mostly I went to conferences a lot of times. Constantly still kept networking, meeting people. Though it's being at this position where I'm at, and if this is for you, if you're sitting there right now at your office station, in your cubicle, at your desk, on the edge of your seat, and you're debating whether or not this is something you want to do, whether you want to pursue starting up a company, starting up something on your own, even doing it as a side hustle, know that it is not easy. It is not easy, and there aren't too many people that can relate exactly to what you do. Once you get up here, once you realize that every single decision is lying with you, it's in your hands. And this, you can't just push it off to someone else. There's not going to be some other boss or 20 other bosses to deal with it. And you're going to go home for the weekend and enjoy yourself and do whatever you would normally do, whether it's drink your face off or sit on the couch all day. Not to say there's anything wrong with that. I'm not judging. What you want to do it's your life. And I've been there. I've done that. And quite frankly, that's not the way I want to lead life. Just know that it isn't easy. I would definitely find someone. If there's one thing, you can learn from me right now and what I've learned from others, it's find someone that's done it. Surround yourself with the people that are doing it, and especially the people that you want, that you want to mock. You want to become like them and better than them. They will show you. They will guide you. They'll be there for you during those moments when it does get tough. As it does get tough. None of this is easy. It's not, but I can tell you one thing. It's sure as hell worth it. I wouldn't ever, ever, ever go back to doing what I was doing. Honestly, I don't know what, I would have to get some ridiculous offer. I don't know what it would be, and I'd do it for a day and cash in. I would never be able to do that again. This life is so much better. At the end of the day, I am in control of me. I'm living my life to the fullest. I am fully in control. I control what's going to happen next, and nothing beats that. Even though burnout is a real thing. All right, y'all. I hope you enjoyed another episode of the Rants and Recaps. We got so many great interviews coming up. Stay tuned. Check out the website. That's boss2boss.com. On social media, just check out boss2boss, or on Instagram at @thereal_Miro. All the good stuff, especially the website. Everything's there. It's all listed. You could even listen to all the podcasts there. See all the archives, bios of all the amazing interviewees you got coming up. So many exciting things for you. I can't wait to just keep this thing going and get more amazing people on as time goes by. So I hope you keep keeping it real and crush the rest of your week. Talk to you soon. Peace.
That is all for this episode of Boss to Boss. Your next step is to visit boss2boss.com, where you will find proven techniques followed by professionals to help you make that next step. Again, that is boss2boss.com. And remember, the time is now.